Do narcissists ever make truthful statements? If so, an example. Sometimes you'll see narcissists confess truth through stories of like talking about someone else. My buddy did this when he actually is the one who did that. Oftentimes you're going to see narcissists that continue to lie over and over and over. In what point will narcissist see his own lie? Like in what chance you saw your own lie and decide to stop it all? There's no concrete answer for that. Like some see it, some don't. Yep, I think my ex will change for the worker. Yeah, that's the lie that most people believe. He's going to change for the next person. Okay, like that's the thing. You need to understand most people believe that lie. Oftentimes that is a lie. I try not to respond unless I absolutely have to. I know that gives them power. Yeah, 100%. Why did you want to change for your wife? Okay, again, we're gonna put a nail in this so you understand. I didn't want to change for my wife. And if any of you have a narcissist that's changing for you, it's fake and it's not going to last. Like I'm trying to make sure this is like crystal clear because some of you are on here being like, I hope my narcissist is going to change. How to get my narcissist to change? You transform your own life. And if that person rises with you, that's amazing. If he doesn't, then you actually move on. No one in my life changed me. No one in my life forced me. No one in my life beat me over the head and was like, oh, you're going to change now. You're not going to make the narcissist change. Because transformation has to come from a level of truth. If he's not willing to be honest, then nothing will ever change. He will never transform. You will think he changes for the next person because that's the facade that he's giving you. That's the image that he's projecting. You need to understand, I am not on this platform giving you hope that you can convince another person to change. I am on this platform to give you hope that you can transform your life. But you have to stop giving your worth, your power, and your value away to someone else and start relying on the fact that you're the only one who can actually change and transform you because you can put in the work. You can only put in the work for you. You can't make this other person change. You can't make them do any different. What you can do is you can make yourself grow and develop. That's it. It didn't change for anyone else. Anytime I changed for anyone else, it would revert back. Anytime you see the narcissist change for anyone else, it will revert back. You need to understand this. Since you're having a new baby, do you know this stage is different than before? 100%, this is different. Like this past year, like I did a gratitude stack. I read it on social media yesterday, I think it was. Yesterday. And you can see it, it's back in the feed. But it's a gratitude stack on my wife because my wife told me yesterday, she was like, this is the best year we've ever had. Like out of the 10 years, going 11 years, she's like, this is the best year we've ever had. It's huge. Like connected with her, connected with our daughter, like having a baby, like I'm pumped. When we had our first child, when we had our first baby, like the whole piece with that is it was just kind of like, okay. Like there wasn't this like connection piece. Like there wasn't like these feelings or these emotions. I was very, very shut off. And so watch my video for the other day and you'll see gratitude. I read the whole gratitude stack out. And so going to this one, I'm just excited because like becoming self-aware, there's been more tears that have happened in the past like 2 years than what's happened in my entire life. Like there's been more connection than what's happened in my entire life. Like this past year has just been phenomenal. Like my wife saying like, hey, this is the best year ever. Like that was just freaking amazing. Like her being able to say that and me being able, honestly, I heard her say it. We talked about it. And then it wasn't until the next day that I actually was writing it down. I was actually talking through this and like, I was actually writing it down. Stacking is what I call it, but like reframing my mindset, working through this, getting thoughts out. And like, that's when I started getting choked up because I realized like over the past, like several years as I've been working on transforming me, like this is what I was looking for. Like there's a connection that I was trying to find, like being able to connect with my wife that hadn't happened before because it was my ego, because it's like all this stuff is in my way, the shame, the guilt, the ego, all this stuff. And like her actually being able to say like best year ever, it's freaking amazing. And so I get really passionate about people transforming. The reason why I get really passionate about people transforming is because I'm transforming every single day. The person that you see now is different than who I was 6 months ago, is different who I was 2 years ago, is radically different than what I was 5 years ago. And you can always stick around because I'm going to continue to keep transforming myself because I have the tools, I have the systems, I understand how to be able to do that now. And that's what we walk people through. I walk with survivors every single day, helping them actually take charge of who they are, grow their confidence, build their self-esteem, and liberate themselves from the mental and emotional mindfuck that's happening with being with a toxic person. I've worked with several narcissists in helping them actually get to the place. And these are ones that have reached out to me, not you pushing them. Forget that. Don't waste my time. Them reaching out to me and us actually working on it together, getting them honest. It's huge. It's hard. Very few do it. Very few do it. But seeing people rise up, it's amazing. Seeing people grow and develop, it's amazing. I recently had a one person that's in our Thriver community, and honestly, once her book gets published, I'll probably share it here for you guys to be able to do too. But she wrote a book, she wrote a journal. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I pushed her to do it because she was like, I want to do this, and I was like, all right, let's do it. And she got her like author copy the other day, and she opened it, and she was just like amazed. She was like, this is something that's happened in the past 3 months of working with you. Like I had this idea, I wanted to do it, but I wasn't going to do it until you like pushed me to actually do it. And she said like, this is so healing because she's actually been able to take back her power to be able to rise. Like her journey has been so freaking amazing to be able to see. Like she would see his car. She would see the guy's car and she would get triggered for like 2 weeks. Like a couple of days ago, maybe it was last week or so, she was driving in the same town that he cheated on her with, saw his car. He like yelled at her through the car. She got to where she was going. She did the stuff that she needed to do. She stacked, she worked through it mentally, done with the trigger. Like within the same day. Like some of you get triggered out for like weeks, and this person like typically would trigger out for like weeks, like was able to do it like right then, like deal with it. That's what we do. And that's how we see people like grow and develop, which is amazing. So like I speak really passionately a lot of times because I know this shit works. Because I'm a testimony of that. And the people that I work with are a testimony of that. If you want to know more about this, would love to be able to help you. You can reach out, just shoot me a DM after this video that says break free. For some of you that are watching this on some of the other platforms that you can't DM, then go to rawmotivations.com. Would love to be able to help you. Love to be able to help you transform. The only person you can transform is you. But you have to be willing to actually do it for you, not for anyone else, not for your kids, not for your marriage, not for anyone. You have to be willing to do it for you. If you don't, it won't last. If you're not honest, it won't last. If you're not willing to step into the pain, knowing that it won't last forever, that's what we have to do. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. If you need any help, shoot me a DM that says break free or reach out at rawmotivations.com.